Hello everyone! How is it going? Welcome back to Genshin Impact. Welcome back to Fontaine. Welcome back to the next episode of exploring all these adventures with our Melusine friends. Yay! Yesterday we were reunited with our Melusine friends here in Fontaine after spending so much time in Nodcry and all these other places in our journey. And we're back here with that today. First things first, I'm back here. This is Mamer's house before she went on her journey. It looks like she left us this painting. A painting left for you. And look how cute it is. It's actually not bad. Considering that Melusines seem to see the world so differently than us, literally. It's not a bad interpretation of Ether and Paimon, right? There's Ether and Paimon and Seymour and Mamer. Oh, and that's so cute.
Each day is a new page in my story.
Oh, we can put that in our
I want to savor every scene,
maybe I should have left it there.
before I turn to the next one.
To keep here too. It's okay though. We're gonna take it with us on our journeys. Even Caesar could not buy this from me. Obtain the greatest artwork in this world. There we go. Perfect. So we're gonna try to finish the rest of the Melusine related quests today. At least the ones down here in Elenas in Melusine Village. Ah, Teddy and Paimon, could you come over here for what I can? I was gonna say there's a few quests that are actually unmarked, but I don't know if you have one of them. Serene! Huh? Serene? Is it Serene or Serene? Serene, why did you call out to us? Did something happen? Yeah, so remember when you two said you wanted to go collect some components, right? Collecting components? Ah, you mean fixing Seymour! Yeah, at that time I didn't have that many components with me, so I couldn't help you two. So I went and collected some more. Wow, you sure got a lot! Please take them. This way you can speed up the repairs, right? But where's Seymour now? Well, thanks a lot, but Seymour's already fixed. Huh? Already? Well, I should have expected that from you two. If that's the case, you doubly deserve these components. Well, I guess we don't know exactly what we can do with them, but yeah. Huh? You've been putting a lot of work to help everyone, right? If that's the case, then I would like you two to have these components as a token of my gratitude. Thank you for taking care of everyone in the village. It just so happens that Sana here is in the village too. If you need anything, you can trade her with her using these components. Oh, that's right! Yesterday we already encountered her in her shop that we didn't have any of the currency for, but I think we've been slowly gathering some of these little bolts that we need from all the other quests, so that's good. Alright, awesome. We got some bolts, got 4 bolts, thank you. There's much left to do today. Oh, hello, what can I help you with? About the earthquake before, that's right. Mamer told me about the situation. It was the first time that the kid talked that much. Anyway, Monsieur Neuvillette is very concerned about the matter. I heard that the Marechal Phantom has already sent someone to investigate. Thank you so much for your help. Alright, as a token of gratitude, please take this. Oh, thank you. A lovely artifact. I guess we can talk to Zana and ask her if she wants any of the components we have now. What can we exchange for? Well, all this stuff here, if you see anything you like, just tell me. Great. Do I want this? Okay, I should get the pages. I should, get these materials. I'm assuming if I do all the quests, I'll have enough for everything here. You know? Okay, thank you. That's great. I will bring you back some more components soon. Alright, we should head over... Which teleporter do we need for this? Should head over to the next quest marker. Come on, map, zoom in. Over this way. This teleporter over here will bring us to where the next world quest is. And this is over... This is a very bright place, really? Isn't a very bright place where we were last time? Uh-oh. I went the wrong one! Then how do I go to a lonely place? That's where we're trying to go. Okay, it's the wrong one. This is the teleporter we want. There we go. A lonely place. I remember this. Why did Elenus... And I'm sure there's a reason for this, I just forgot. Elenus ate all of these boats.
Take a stroll. I won't go too far.
Yeah, you can take a stroll in here. For sure. All these boats and cages and equipment and this giant pillar. Did Elenus eat these, or did this giant pillar, you know, pierce through his body, you know, or her body? Ahis. Hello, I'm Ahis. It's a pleasure to meet a new friend. Hi, Ahis. Paimon. Hello there, I'm Teddy. Veronato told me that you found that ship too. Is it true? Is it? Huh? Well, there are a lot of ships in the ocean, but... which ship do you speak of? That very unique ship. Oh, that ship, huh? This is from the original World Quest, right? I don't remember. Sorry, forgive me, I must have confused you. Ahem. The ship I mentioned is the Sponsian, a white ironclad ship that sails through dreams, and the Explorer of Whirlpools on the Abyss. It's the flagship of Admiral Basile Alton. Captain Basile left a faded shipwreck and a tattered logbook in these waters. I come here every day to pick up and read everything with writing on them. So you can consider me a Sponsian archaeologist. I know everything about her. Well, not everything, but I know at least half of her. Alright, well, so what are we up to today? Well, you must really love this ship, huh? It's just weird how the camera pan and showing her on the side there. You just can't stop talking about her once you start. But since even you only know half, she must have been a huge ship then. Yeah, and if you don't know how much, you don't even know if there's more than that. Well, she isn't that huge, because Captain Basile only left half of its hull behind. So you came to us. That's what you meant by that ship. Yeah, I knew you'd understand. Veronata told me. She said that you saw her in an illusion. The Sponsian, she who sails forward eternally. She who's returned from the paradise of Cathuria. Cathuria? I've never heard of Cathuria before. Is that a real place that we just lore dropped? Or is that like another name for Remoria or something like that? Her front half to be precise. I'm not certain that was her exactly, but we did see half a transparent ship. I do remember that. I'm certain that must have been her. I've never once faltered. I've always known ever since she responded to me. I knew she wasn't gone. It's like the ship speaks to her. Whoa, calm down. He still haven't told us what you need help with. Huh? Help? Oh, I don't plan on asking you for your help. Not really. But since you've seen the Swansian, well, I'm looking for it, so why don't you come along? Your enthusiasm is making it hard to say no. And you mentioned a shipwreck. Where there's a wreck, there's a treasure. So yeah, we can join you. Let's go meet this Lady of the Sea. Yes, that's the spirit. Let's set sail. Alright, let's go. The Lone Phantom Sail. Go to the place. Okay, down here. Yes, indeed, we have seen this ship before. A weird invisible ship that's just kind of comes into view sometimes. Well, there's actually a lot of shipwrecks in this area. You know. I'm not sure the ship is exactly here. Oh, hi, Elenus. Sup. I'm not sure it's exactly here. I don't remember, though. Talk to Ahis. This is the place. We've arrived. Please wait just a moment. Allow me to tune the conch a bit. Huh? Tune a conch? Is that part of the grilling process? Oh, come on. All you know is eat, eat, eat. This is a military conch for communication. A military conch? Yes, this is an old military conch. Ancient sailors used conches as a tool to communicate with each other. It must be a relic left behind from when the Navy still existed. I found it in a sunken wreck. When I tuned the conch here last time, I heard her response. Since you've seen her, I think you should be able to hear her response too. But you'll have to wait a moment, you know. I have to tune the conch before I can send out the proper signal. In other words, that ship can receive a specific signal. So, are you saying that she will appear when you send the signal? Pretty cool, isn't it? She's just like a whale. You sing and she responds. I've heard the sound with my own ears, it's true. Anyway, please wait while I tune this conch to align with the vibration of the waves. Don't go running too far away now. Ooh, so sciencey. Okay, that's it. I've learned a lot from those ancient seafarer manuals. Now, allow me to give you a little primer. There are 3 kinds of short signals that I usually use. Long, low note, short, low note, long, low note. Yes, this one should mean... Well, my guess is that it probably means ready and waiting. Well, okay, So here's the thing though, is the ship sentient? Can the ship itself, without any sailors on it, respond to those commands? Long, low note, long, low note, long, low note, long, low note, low, blah, 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 blah. Tongue twister. This one means, I'm not actually sure, but the response I received last time was something like that. So it's definitely useful for something. Okay. All of that. This is a long one, for sure. This is a signal that has the highest likelihood of receiving a response, and as for its meaning, according to the manual at least, it means I have a message to send. Alright. Well, we have a message to send. Please appear for us. So what should we do to figure out the signal that will receive a response? Use deduction to find the corresponding signal? Yuck, no way. That's far too random and we have little concrete information. It's true that I received some mysterious responses back after sending out these 3 signals, but I've yet to discover any logical relationship between the signals and the appearance of the Sponsian. So all we can do is try them all, one at a time. Which should we start with? Let's go in order then. Okay, let's start with the longest one. Yeah, let's do that. You got a response from it last time. Activate the conch. Uh-oh. Send the correct signal 10 times. Oh no, I don't remember what it was. No. Okay, it's short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. So 5 times it goes short, long, so for a total of 10 signals. Okay. Alright, got it. What do I use to operate it? Oh, look at Ether with his pretty new outfit. I need the Blubber Beast. Blubber Beast! I'm sorry, thank you. It's okay. Nothing happens to them when I do that. Okay. Great, so we're gonna go short, long, short, long. No, okay, what counts as long? It doesn't send out a bigger pulse. It just sends out like multiple pulses. Okay, short, long. Okay, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. Come on, long. That was difficult. That was really long. I'm glad we got the longest one out of the way first. Huh? Did you hear it? Huh? What? I see something over there that's pulsing. I don't think that's the ship, though. Shh, the signal. Wait, her! It's her! She's over there in the distance! Oh, there it is! What? Paimon can't see anything! I saw it. Yes, I knew you'd be able to see it too. Quick, after her, let's catch up. Catch what up? The ship? Have you two gone sails and sprouted oars or something? You can swim. Paimon can't see the ship. Ah! Is it moving? I have seen this before. It's half a ship, and it's going to disappear when we approach it. Huh? She disappeared. Lone Phantom Sail. Talk to us? Now what? Strange. Why won't she show herself? Even though Paimon can't see that ship so far, she's still been following you two around on this wild goose chase. But since it disappeared here, perhaps it's a hint to tell us to find something. For all you know, there might be lost treasure here. Well, Jellyfish Paimon sure is greedy. But what we're looking for isn't treasure at all. Yes, if we have to give it a name, isn't it closer to proof? By proof you mean proof that the Sponsian passed through this place, such as a long navigation log, any wreckage from the boat itself, or nautical tools. Anyway, we should be able to find something related to her. I mean, this physical piece of wreck might also be related to it, right? Well, no, because she knows we know where one half is, and we know where the other half is. But yeah, for sure, there could be stuff left here. Oh, so no treasure then. I mean, there still could be treasure, Paimon. We can use the conch to send out sounds and analyze the returning waves to determine the ship's approximate location. Okay, so we need next signal then. Best echoes. Let's investigate these areas as well. Okay. Oh, this one. No, now she's just echolocating for things and stuff here. Like. Great. Investigate. Okay. Never mind. It's a box and a bucket? Maybe we should open them up and take a look. They just might be rocks. They are rocks. Yeah, really valuable rocks. Silly Paimon. They're ballast. Ballast used to stabilize the weight of the battleship. Huh? Oh. Then Paimon guesses there's no such thing as valuable ballast then. But since we found so much ballast dumped in a single location, perhaps the ship had to execute an emergency maneuver to increase buoyancy. In other words, she must have been forced to take extreme measures to evade danger, despite being the flagship of the ironclad armada. Okay. We're underwater detectives here. Okay, what else? What else can we find here? Oh, over here. Something's over here. Busted wooden planks, oars, and the wreck of a small boat. There's nothing worth looking at here. It's a lifeboat. So even the lifeboats were destroyed? Oh, look over there! Let's put that in between the boards. It looks like a scrap of paper. Is it the log? Should we take it out and have a look? Oh, Elenus was still alive. Day 23 of following the Great Beast Elenus. We had to stop it or at least immobilize it before further damage is done to Fontaine waters. Day 25 of following the Great Beast Elenus. It's been a long time since they docked. The creatures visited this place. Not sure how long the supplies will last. Day 35 of following the Great Beast Elenus. We found its tracks and followed the trail of blood it left behind. Attracted many bloodthirsty creatures. Ship badly damaged power system. We can only go where the winds and currents take us. Closer to the enemy. Fontaine expects that everyone will do their duty. Oh. Well, it sounds like they did not succeed in their mission to take down Elenus. But Elenus eventually still fell anyway. They came here to fight against monsters from the abyss. Yes, I have heard legends regarding them before. But does that mean that the Sponsian has already... What, sunk? I thought we already knew that. This isn't enough proof. Let's go to the next location. We do know it's sunk already, right? We're just looking for proof of where it sunk to, I thought is what we're doing. Okay. So actually this is a separate one over here. What is this part here? Oh, it's inside. I see now. Okay. What happened here? It's a complete mess. There isn't even a complete wreck. It's just mostly fragments. Signs point to her being still further up ahead. But she must have suffered irreparable damage, so why would she still forge on in such poor condition? Unless... I think we'll find out why soon. So many tiny little pieces everywhere. It's like she was chopped, bitten in half by a giant sea monster. Oh, well, since they were chasing after Elenus, and, you know, we just saw Elenus's head over there and how big it was, I'm sure Elenus could just go chomp, chomp, and then and then your boat would go in half. If you decided to chase Elenis, you know, that's how it goes. Which is to say, the Sponsian suffered heavy damage, and the damage was related to the Abyss expedition, and she continued to sail on. In that case, let's use the conch to send out another signal. Maybe we'll hear her response from up ahead. Oh, right. The signal you want to send are long, short, long. Long, 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 and the long one. Okay, well, do we want to do a different one? Do we want to do a different one than the one we did last time? Yeah, let's do the same one. Clearly that one worked, so I mean, we should just do it again, right? Okay, we got short. Oh, gotta click it first. Okay. Short. Long. Short. Long. I'm getting better at measuring it. Short. Long. Short. Long. Short. Long. Hey, it worked! Go! Come back! It's only the back half of the ship. Paimon doesn't see the ship. Have you noticed? You're right. We're getting closer to the shore, but why is that? Oh, I know. There's a shipwreck over some... Well, there's lots of shipwrecks in Fontaine. I think there's one here. Why only half the ship became a ghost? Why did the other half also become a ghost? I think because the other half is here. But you'd think the other half of the ship, the part that we're seeing a ghost, was also somewhere as well. What makes that one ghostly, if you know what I mean. The green seagrass, it looks so soft. In actuality, it'd probably be pretty slimy, and I probably would not want to get this close to it. I'm sorry, Durhan. Oh, it's raining. Pretty slimy in real life. Okay. Wow. Look, this wreckage must have been the ship we were chasing earlier. Or, well, half of it anyway. She's all torn up. Hey, don't be so sad, Ahis. We couldn't have expected things to turn out like this, right? I know, but... Oh, forget it. I'll go look around and see if there's anything worth investigating. Yeah, there might be some good stuff left. Come on, let's have a look around as well. Well, I'm just saying, this wreck has been here for almost 500 years. You sure treasure hoarders haven't come and taken everything already? But furthermore, if we're really looking for... I mean, we weren't expecting the shipwreck to be in one piece, were we? Clearly they went through some rough times. It's not like we didn't get anything out of it. We managed to pick up quite a few treasures. And some bluey lotuses, too. Technically not part of the shipwreck. But we are just looking for proof, right? Is there anything else we can find here? Navigation log! Perfect! 18 o'clock. Visibility 5. Quiet sea with some fog. Visibility 3. Oh, it's playing the sad, raining Neuvillette music. No. Escort ship Caldonis. Damaged and paralyzed. Not suitable for battle. Escort ship Veniconis. Sunken with the captain fallen. Our ship's hull is heavily damaged. Water pouring in from 3 locations. Second, third cannons totally destroyed. Terrible sea okay. Terrible sea with sea monsters emerging in groups at 4 o'clock left stern. The number can't be estimated. It's allowing to draw closer to flagship Sponsian. Okay. This one is not even the Sponsian itself then. It's one of the ships that was around it. In other words, this ship must have sunk during the struggle against the sea monster. Then this half was torn up at the waves and floated on the ocean currents before finally settling here. And if it was indeed destroyed by the monster, then her other half might still be inside its body. Wait, but wouldn't that mean that she really was bitten in half? Huh? What's that noise? More monsters! Here they come again! What? Chi Chief Engineer, give me a report on the leaks. How much longer can we hold? Oh, I've seen the memories. Maybe 3 days, maybe 2 hours. Tell that crazy captain of ours. Other than the first mate, the Chief Engineer, and everyone else willing to stay behind, all hands abandoned along with the second mate. We still fall into the wreck. We're not gonna make it. Oh, we can get revenge for them then. Goodbye, all of Albedo's siblings. The abyssal ones, anyway. Not the good ones. Chances of survival 0.0000. Shut that accursed machine up. I just want... Perhaps the boys and girls can be protected and evacuated. Let's see. It seems like, you know, anything to do with the abyss or ley lines of it. What's that bright and shiny thing? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks on her? Anyway, anything to do with the abyss or ley lines brings up memories here. So, now I have to remember. It most certainly happened, but I have to recall. The other half of the ship is inside Elenas, right? Which lines up with all the logs and everything we've been reading. Oh, leave hers. Leave. Oh, this is that sea shanty from like Dug's stream, right? Leave her, sailors, leave her. Tomorrow you'll get your pay, and it's time. I don't remember how it goes. It's the Dug sea shanty, you know. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, so it's time for us to leave her. That is so funny that I only know that as the Dug sea shanty. And no grog allowed and rotten grub, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, sailors, leave her. Oh, leave her, sailors, leave her. The sails all furled, our work is done, and it's time for us to leave her. Except in this case, it sounds like you're not talking about leaving the ship and going to land. It sounds like you're leaving the ship and abandoning ship because the ship is about to sink. Which, you know, maybe that's what they meant it originally too. I always assumed it was the former. But in this context, it's probably the latter, you know? As the dreamlike shanty dissolves into the ocean waves, a sorrowful voice comes with a strange pendant. I don't know what sea shanty this is, so I'm just gonna read it. Blue like a little sailor, I saw her. She had the scent of sea monsters on her, but she's a good child. Perhaps she will not get my flagship dirty. Okay, I don't think this part's a shanty, actually, so it's probably meant to be read. It's a shame I couldn't protect her well enough. She was a good boat. Okay. Are you alright? That was weird. You told Paimon to hide and then you went wild on those slimes. Then you picked up a handful of sand and started talking to yourself. Was that what happened? We were just fighting slimes? It was clearly Rift Hounds for us. We were definitely influenced by some leyline memory or something like that. Like when we saw Clotar and Kari Bear and all of that. What happened to you just now? You scared Paimon half to death. I witnessed the moments before the ship sank. I picked up the silver pendant. Huh? Wait, so you thought you were fighting a group of monsters from the abyss? No wonder you had that scarily serious look on your face. If you ask Paimon, this is all Veronata's potion's fault. Yeah, something like that. Oh, what's with all that noise? What the heck are you doing? Were you trying to haul the wreck off while I wasn't around? Is the wood from shipwrecks like these worth a lot? I don't know. Hey, is that really what you're planning? You naughty jellyfish! Even though it's in pieces, well, bits of it can still be collected as souvenirs. I'm afraid it's probably impossible to restore its original white ironclad appearance, but I can still explore her past experiences. Maybe, Captain Bastille seems to have been really fond of you. I heard Captain Bastille's voice. Huh? What? It's nothing. Teddy's been acting strange ever since just now. Maybe some rest will do the trick. Aww. Oh, yeah, that was weird, wasn't it? But it's not the first time I've heard voices and messages from the past, lingering and waiting to be passed down. Don't say that, Paimon. I believe Teddy saw something we didn't. Well, at the very least, there's no harm in thinking this way. Just like how I believe Captain Basile has always been supporting me. I will find a way to gradually restore her logbook and nautical chart so her adventures and stories can be marked accurately on our maps. That's what I want to do. I was gonna say, that looks like a bigger shipwreck than I realized. I think that one's Poisson. Although, the meaning of some names may be lost and the location of some ports may be known to no one. That doesn't matter. We can just leave it to the people who come after to rediscover them. Yes, thank you for helping me locate the Sponsian. Please accept this gift of mine. Okay, see you. Yay, Paimon! You got your treasure after all. The Lone Phantom Sail. Oh, spooky. Hello there. I'm presently reading the sailing logs. Captain Basile's railing is impressive. I've learned so much from reading the logs she left. Even though the Sponsian's been... But I'm more than satisfied with having been able to witness her pass from these records. Oh, that's good. Maybe someday I'll have my own ship and I can sail the seas just like she did. Awesome. Well, good luck to you in that. She's sailing on the Sea of Dreams, the white ship. Whoa. Interesting. Oh, it played the sad music here the whole time. The nostalgic. Let's go get that. Did I mark that because I haven't done that?
You're so happy just to see the sun again.
No, I have. How did I mark this then? I just forgot to unmark it. You know, where the Breacher Primuses just, you know, hang out. Did I forget? Might have forgotten to unmark it. It looks like it was already cleared. All the flowers are there. The Breacher Primuses are still there, but you know, they just be chilling. Or did I not? The Sky Goddles are... I don't remember how this all works. I think I already did this. But what can it hurt to, you know, put this team in action again? They are so good. Go, 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 team!
Unsightly insects. Squall and fury.
1, 2, 3. Okay, I don't know what I marked this. I think I cleared it for the first time already. So, yeah. Let's just go back in. Do the next world quest, which is... I'm trying to remember... over here? Maybe? What are you two up to here? Alright, while the Master Potioneer is here, I should ask about the effects of some of these ingredients. Would you like my help with anything? No, I'm probably good. I'm probably a little potioned out, you know. Just a tiny bit. Let's see. Who do I need to talk to over here? Oh, they're probably downstairs. I'm guessing. Oh, is it you? Unless it's you. I think it's you I need to talk to. Hey, what are you doing under a waterfall? Are you gonna take a bath or something? If that's the case, we won't disturb you. Oh, what bath? I am pondering some profound questions. If I must say, I suppose I am meditating. If you hadn't come thundering along and interrupted my train of thought, perhaps I would already have come up with the answers. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, let's see. A human most strange and a rainbow balloon. You two must be from outside the village. Right. Paimon's Paimon and he's Teddy. Wait a sec. No, you're right to say we're not from here. What do you mean, a rainbow balloon? Oh, right. You might not see it that way. I almost forgot about that again. Let me think. Right. Teddy, what does Paimon look like to you? She looks like a white scepter. Wait, don't people use specter as an insult? Interesting. But to my eyes, Paimon is just like a little rainbow balloon floating in the air, and her string seems to extend upward somewhere above the sky itself. Okay. Above the sky itself. Well, considering the sky is fake, I mean that certainly means something. What the? Seriously? Yes. And just what does Teddy look like to your eyes, Paimon? Of course. Paimon's golden-haired traveling companion. Don't tell Paimon you see something else. What I see, if I really must say, then I see a monster that looks like it could swallow the whole world in a single bite. You know, that's first Paimon beyond the sky, and then Ether is a monster. Okay. That's way too scary! Are you serious? I mean, I don't want to get too philosophical on just the random joke observations of the Melusines, but, you know, they do come from Elenus. Elenus was corrupted by the Abyss. The Abyss gives you the ability to see a lot of things. Sometimes delusional things. But, I mean... Anyway. Of course I'm serious. Perhaps you've heard that we Melusines can see things that humans cannot. But for some reason I see things differently, even when compared to other Melusines. I can always find the things that have been hidden. I have read that the nature of things is hidden beneath them, and that this nature decides their future. Not that I know what this means. If that's the case, how did you know that we're outsiders? Well, though what we see is different, we can still find ideas that we have in common. Just like how you can tell a flower is still a flower, no matter how strange the color, right? As long as I spend enough time with everyone, I can grasp the concepts that everyone talks about and then pretend to fit in. If you hadn't looked so special in my eyes at all, I wouldn't have struggled to find the right concept to describe you. As I thought, it seems that I still have lots to learn. That's a whole bunch of stuff that Paimon didn't really get. On that note, we've been talking for ages, but we don't even know your name. What is a name but an artificial code that confers false uniformity on different perceptions? Still, everyone calls me Canotilla, and you may do the same as well. Wow, you talk in such a roundabout way, just like a scholar. Roundabout? Is that how you see it? The way I'm making her sound kind of reminds me of Alice, you know? A super smart mage. But also, Alice is very much, you know, very friendly and energetic too. Whereas I'm having Canotilla just be, you know, interested. I don't usually talk with humans from the outside, so I don't quite understand your methods of communication. I'm merely making deductions and inferences based on what I have read in books. You keep talking about what you've read in books. Do Melusines read too? It must be really inconvenient for you to turn the pages, right? I mean, it's true. We need books that are more accessible for Melusines. But maybe they don't use their hands, but the feelers on their heads. Wait, that's not the point. Still, Paimon wasn't expecting there to be books hidden here. That's true. A lot of this place is underwater, so they would get all wet. But I mean, Paimon, you just keep the books in the libraries and the places that are not underwater. Yes, an amazing scholar left them all behind, all hidden inside a secret base. All of what I just said I learned from those books. There's even a book that I just couldn't understand. Meditation has allowed me to comprehend it, ever so little of it. But lately, I've been making no progress no matter how I rack my brain. That's why I came here to meditate and to try to find a way forward. A book that can't be understood? Aren't arcane secrets never to be known by anyone usually encrypted in books like that? Speaking of secrets, that usually means treasure. Now that Paimon thinks about it, she's getting curiouser and curiouser. Oh, if you're interested, why don't I take you there to have a look? That book is important to me, and I must find a way to understand it. You appear to be knowledgeable, well-informed outsiders. Perhaps you'll be able to understand that book quite easily. I've certainly solved a puzzle or two. Our experience tends to be more on the practical side, but we've deciphered some texts and books ourselves too. Yes, usually we find other people to help us out with it, but I mean, we've done that a couple times as well. That's right. We're like super professionals at this. Come on, Canotilla, show us the way. Let's see. Book of Esoteric Revelations. And where is it? A very warm place. visiting every part of LNS today.
The wind rises.
Oh, wait. I thought this is where the ship was. Scenery within LNS's depths added to the archive. What is this then? Their heart? Yeah, that lines up. This is probably LNS's heart. Frozen now. A frozen heart. We must unfreeze their heart. And we're here. Oh, you keep the books underwater? Okay, never mind what I was saying about books underwater then. If we dive down below this entrance, we'll find the place where that scholar once hid the books. Huh, but it looks like an ordinary pond. What sort of entrance are you talking about? Oh, right, it is being hidden after all, so you won't be able to see. Just watch then. Kanozala takes something out that looks like a key, tracing the air along some unseen trail. There's a soft chime, and the shallow pool before you suddenly becomes unfathomably deep. Ooh. This is like so the closest thing to Hex and Circle magic here. Well, here's the entrance now. Wow, Paimon couldn't tell how he did that. Well, I can't quite explain it either, but while others can't see it, there are actually all sorts of fissures here. As long as I use my token to draw a line across those fissures, I can do some incredible things. That said, I don't know why they're only present here. As such, I did a lot of research until I found that indecipherable book. It has much to do with me and my token, and I'm also certain that if I figure it out, I'll know why I'm special in this way. That's quite the burden. Well then, that's enough of that. Let's go inside. I must find a way to understand that strange book. Let's see. Go! Dive! 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 Let's see. All the way down we go. A whole hidden passage we couldn't find. Oh, it is an air. Okay. There's another air pocket over here. I was like, yeah, you store the books underwater? No, of course not. Wow, this looks like... This is what I was talking about earlier with where the Breacher Promises was. There used to be one of those there. I must have already cleared it and forgot to remove the marker. Now there's flowers there, but there used to be one of these, like, you know, summoning circles there. So... I was gonna say it's a hex, but it's not. It has... Oh my gosh, brain to the math. 7 sides. It's a heptagon. This looks like a summoning circle of some kind, like we can do like incantations or something. So you can't understand it at all either, not after all? Not a single word. Maybe there's some kind of cipher. Take a closer look. You stare at the runes on the page for some time. The runes slowly start to disintegrate and reassemble themselves, becoming new words. What? That sounds like magic for sure. At the same time, your surroundings seem to recede and you arrive in a strange new place. What? Did the summoning circle pull us somewhere? I see. This is a world where even sweet flowers and mint cannot grow. Can you see it too? You turn around to look for the source of the voice, but as you are suddenly awakened, looking back at the book, it looks just like it did originally, as though nothing happened. So, did you discover anything? I think I saw the runes dissolving and then reconstructing themselves. It was like I entered a strange place. Yeah, and not in the metaphorical sense about how you can go traveling with books. I think ether means that literally. A strange place? But you were here the whole time. Did you just stare too intensely or something? Oh, I knew you'd be able to see it too. Huh? Have you had the same experience, Catatula? Is this what you meant by meditating? Yes. Though I can't understand a single word in the book, I get a strange feeling from looking at it for long enough. It feels as though you've been transported to another world, and then you can start to understand the book's contents. But as soon as you awake, you're back to being unable to comprehend it. I see. That does seem like what just happened to Ether, too. Then, what have you seen before? Oh, wait just a moment. Ta-da! This is my notebook. I've written down everything I saw inside. That's it. I wrote it all down while I was meditating, and I was sort of in a trance, so it might be a bit hard to understand. What did Paimon see? Yep, this is really messy. Wow! But it says something about an LNS or something like that. Paimon, you know we're inside LNS. Based on my previous results, that scholar must have been conducting research on LNS or something. Then this book must record things that happened a long time ago. Yes, but I still can't understand exactly what happened. What? Ether? Ether? What? Did you just see? He just cloned himself! What? Why? What? I've never... Is this a glitch? Is this supposed to be the case? There's no way this is part of the world quest. This has to be a glitch. I've never seen... Have you guys seen this before? I have never seen this kind of glitch before. You just saw him, like, mitosis, right? Oh my gosh. Why would you do that, Ether? Alright, well... Okay, I guess... Awkward Ether twins. Yeah, that's right. We thought it was Ether and Lumine, but it was actually Ether and Ether all along. Even when meditating, I can't make heads or tails of what comes before. I can't. This is too funny. Why did that happen? Wait, what caused that to happen? Even when meditating, I can't make heads or tails of what comes before and after. Dude, that'd be one of those things like, if I wasn't recording when it happened, there's no way anybody would believe me it happened. Everyone would think it's like photoshopped or something. No, there's definitely two of him. As such, though I can understand just a little bit, I still don't know what it is really saying. If I'm not mistaken, however, the book is still missing a lot of content. Okay, this is definitely not part of the world quest, otherwise... otherwise this would have been answered already. What's going on? The notebook does mention a few locations. Oh, so you mean that these locations might be clues? Locations? Yes, the names of locations are all written in between important sections. Could it be trying to tell us where critical parts of the text are hidden? I mean, I've guessed as much in the past, but I've never left LNS, so... In that case, why don't you stay here, Kanatala? We'll go investigate the places in the notebook. Maybe we'll find the missing pieces. And besides, it's related to LNS, so there's no way we're gonna ignore it. Alright, in that case, I'm counting on you two. If you find anything, just bring it back. I'll be here waiting for you. That was... bizarre. That was bizarre. Okay. These do look the missing pages from the book. Let's try putting one back in, shall we? I have one. Enigmatic page 1. Oh no. And then we just need to concentrate and meditate on the book like before. The edges of the page gradually blur. Okay. Oh my gosh, world formula. This is... This is quite something to read. After, you know, what just happened in the Nodcry Archon quest. World formula, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Read countless volumes here. It appears that these books were left behind by an ancient order. Kingdoms rise and fall, and when a civilization is annihilated, a new one will be born after from the ashes, which these books refer to as Fortuna. It's somewhat rudimentary, but theoretically at least, it bears striking resemblance to the computational scheme I have formulated and termed World Formula. All the records are blurred with age, but were I able to quantify them to some extent, they could be of use in my World Formula calculations. No matter how many times I derive it, the result remains the same, though this result is not expected. Unlike the world depicted in these ancient texts, there will be no more new civilizations born, unless we consider introducing variables from outside the system. If it was that sort of power, there might be a chance. I think this is literally one of the books we were going through with Sandrone before. I feel like I remember the symbol. Here I found magical techniques left behind by the Golden Troop. They seem to be referred to by various names. I'll go with this one for now. Based on my interpretation, it appears to be known as a seal of chemical marriage and consists of 2 parts. However, it has been weathered too much to decipher any more information. Interestingly, I have encountered similar symbols in documents from the Narcissus Institute archives. They look complicated, yet the underlying principles are quite clear. If the records prove accurate, there are some key locations within the realm remaining. Related records may be found elsewhere as well. I should record my findings here for now, as they may prove useful in the future.
Wow, this time even Paimon could start to understand. Seems like the confusion was all due to the pages that were missing before, huh?
Enigmatic page 2. How many enigmatic pages do I have? I don't even know. Have I just been collecting these this whole time? Alright. Pages, that's a rush. Okay, new text. Okay. More, I assume the previous one was written by Renee. I'm gonna assume this one is also written by Renee. The pollution of the land and water wrought by the giant beast Elenus seems to have been mostly purified and diluted. However, when it comes to Elenus itself, even the adults seem to be at a total loss. They simply cordon off the surrounding area. Nevertheless, it was quite easy to, it was quite easy to sneak in. Alright, you. And all you kids, you such rascals, you. It felt rather strange slipping into the creature's mouth, and it reminded me of events from some of the stories I once read. Right, so I'm thinking if this is during Renee and the Narcissus Institute's time, or the Narcissus Ordo's time, there would still be, like, flesh attached to the skeleton of Elenus, right? I feel like it would be much grosser to explore. Though I have no substantive evidence, I still sense some sort of will from it. Jacob did too. There were no signs of decay in the flesh. Instead, its body was hardening as if forming a protective membrane. That's right. Its body and heart and veins all turned to stone, which is what we now have been exploring now. It's almost like it's like rapid fossilization. Given its current immobilized state, it looks like a self-defense mechanism to safeguard its internal organs. But it does make sense with such a wellspring of vitality. If my deduction is correct, it may also be used to enhance Jacob's strength by following the same principle. However, at this stage, there's no need to subject Jacob to such risks. I should get safe experimental data first through the Institute of Natural Philosophy, and then set specific research objectives. Although, as Jacob mentioned, this may waste a lot of precious time. After all, the flesh of Elenus remains toxic, and the risk if Jacob returned. He's quite brave, but also an idiot. He didn't give any thought to the possible consequences. We have no one else to rely on now. If he... the data we've collected is still incomplete. Jacob had minor adverse reactions, primarily vomiting, but he recovered quickly and has shown other symptoms in the short term. His mental status and physical status remain stable. It's only possible because Jacob completely trusts me. Our lives are limited. Still, even if it's just for the future, we must find a way to get allies, get stronger, and prevent disaster. Alan has enrolled in the Institute of Natural Philosophy. He should fit right in with us with a sharp mind. I brought the pocket watch he gave us and compared the time, only to find there was already a significant discrepancy. We agreed to meet at the Institute. The brightest minds of Fontaine are gathered here, and we can expect to make huge progress and get much needed help. As for Marianne, just the sight of her fills me with joy. We had a long discussion about the Narcissus Institute, but Jacob was crying through most of it. I didn't tell them about Jacob. It's because Uncle Gaeltan, who is with them, is part of the Maison Gardiennage. Although he seems to be treating Alain and Marianne very well, he still can't be trusted. After all, father and mother, it was all the doing of their lackeys and goons. Right. Who was their parents again? I know there was, like I've said last time in the Archon Quest, the Narcissus Ordo lore is very interesting and very complex.
Well, Paimon can read the words now, but the author's intended meaning is still a total mystery.
This is so strange to do after we did the Nodcry Archon Quest and the Narcissus stuff became super relevant. You know.
We'll just have to put in this...
Okay, only one more page. Good. I was gonna be like, please don't make it 10 pages, because I'm not sure my voice can handle much more.
Maybe the contents will link up or something.
It's just, since we've gotten so far in the story, actually, and then come back to this, we should know more about the Narcissus Chorus Ordo, and we should, you know, the characters should be putting pieces together, except this quest was intended to be done before we did all of those other quests. Like, this wasn't a prerequisite for that, but, like, it was sort of intended to be done before that. Okay, page 3. We didn't even have to insert it. The tests on Jacob's strength continue. As before, the flesh and blood of the great beast Elenus is being used as nutrition. Jacob seems to have gotten used to it, so there's nothing to worry about anymore. Thus, the adverse reactions observed before may just have been caused by Jacob's feeling of disgust. It's a relief to know that his physical condition hasn't been harmed. Jacob still eats, but only out of habit and no longer as a necessity for survival. But I suppose it's a good thing, because eating together is nice. It suddenly occurred to me that Jam was somewhat similar to the flesh and blood of Elenus, so I made a joke about it. Jacob seemed quite uncomfortable. I mean, yeah, you know, you're... yeah, that seems like it's a out-of-taste kind of joke. The results have improved significantly in comparison to previous tests. Perhaps more can be done. Then the next step would be to attempt the opening of a passage. The passage was opened successfully, though it only lasted a short while. During this time, many black monsters that were shaped like dogs emerged. Okay, those are the Rift Hounds. They were very aggressive and terrifying, but thank goodness Jacob was here. Though he was so scared he was crying, he still managed to wipe them out while bawling. These monsters are identical to those we discovered during our desert expedition. However, those were salty gray, stiff, and immobile at the time, so it was relatively safe. I'm certain their properties are nearly identical to those of Elenus. The Conarian records mention passages appearing in large numbers and numerous dangerous monsters that looked like dogs emerging from them. It's very likely they are the same type. It can safely be postulated that the location these passages link to is full of monsters, and I shall tentatively call them beastly rifts. Thus, these rifts may be called Rift Hounds. Oh my gosh, wait a minute, did Renee de Petrichor coin the term Rift Hounds? I guess we never really... No, we've never learned who else might have, you know, coined that term. But it was clear that Renee and the Narcissus Chorus Ordo, like, they had a really grand understanding of the world and the universe, and just had very differing ideals compared to, say, Alan, Guillotin, and Sandrone on how to handle what they knew about the world and everything that was happening. The Conarian records mentioning passages. So now you're getting that imagery of the cataclysm. Literally portals opening up and spilling out rift hounds on all of Teyvat, all major cities, the wild, everywhere. It must be terrifying. And beastly rifts. Yeah, I assume they come from somewhere in the abyss. I mean, we know the Rift Hounds were created by Rhine-Daughter. Rhine-Daughter is one of the 5 centers of Conria. The 5 centers of Conria all used power from the abyss. I assume then she was storing them in the abyss somewhere, you know. As you read faster and faster, you fall into a trance and arrive again in that mysterious space. The same voice from before rings out. Okay, that's a lot. No matter how many times I run the calculations, the results are the same. After a few hundred years, all the birthing waters of the world will dry up, and a few hundred years after that, the world will become as it appears now before us. This is quite the predicament. Hey now. Come on now, don't cry. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm here, aren't I? Don't you trust me? Also, Alan and the others will definitely help. Also, I bet you'll definitely be able to survive in this world. You're special. I know. You're worried that the constitution of others is different than yours. That's reasonable. Well, that's why we need to continue researching the things left behind by the Golden Troop. Perhaps we'll discover some new possibilities. We'll go back to the Narcissus Chorus Institute together and take a look, okay? The voice drifts away again. After what feels like a long time, though in this world time seems to no longer measure changes in matter, you hear the voice once more. It looks like he won't help us anymore. You're the only one I can rely on now. Hey, come on, don't be like that. I'm sad too, but I won't cry until after the fat lady sings. Moreover, we still have to find a way to cure him. Don't be scared, it'll all go smoothly. There are already lots of people willing to listen to us, if we want to persuade them further. Besides belief, we'll also need ceremony. As for the name, we'll call it the Book of Revealing. and put it in the form of a book. We'll use our secret cipher to write it. Everyone only sees the world that their cognitive framework allows them to see. By using this method, we can share our visions we have foreseen with others. You kids are so smart. This is clearly back when they were kids, right? I mean, dude, the Narcissus Chorus lore spans throughout, like, the lives of all these characters, including Renee and Jacob, who live until the present time, right? That's right, we did meet Jacob here in Elenus, so I'm trying to remember what happened to him. He was trying to get Seymour from us, but it probably had something to do with eating the blood and flesh of Elenus. Just as you begin to listen closely to what the voice is saying, it begins to gradually fade away. At the same time, you feel the world around you suddenly beginning to collapse, and with a roaring sound, you wake up again. That sounds like... I want to say it sounds like psychedelic. I'm thinking, if you've ever had... Let's just say, theoretically, if you have ever had the experience of fainting before, this is kind of what it feels like to wake up from that, is this description here. You're trying to remember, but suddenly it's fading away, and suddenly it's just like the entire world just comes back into being.
Are you okay?
Was that an earthquake just now?
Earthquake? What earthquake? Nothing happened here. Paimon did get a little dizzy, but you looked like you fainted.
Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I said! My voice cracked from getting worn out from Paimon and Melusine voices.
You didn't wind up in some mysterious space again, did you?
Why wouldn't we?
Just what's going on with that weird space anyhow? And if you think about it, it's pretty dangerous too. What if you go in and can't get back out? So just what did you encounter inside?
I seem to have witnessed a premonition that someone had. I seem to have heard a prophecy that someone made.
Huh? Did someone say anything in there? And it was some kind of prophecy, that's real creepy. If what you say is true, then this was actually a book of prophecies, wasn't it? But why make the format so complicated? If the author didn't want people to understand it, wouldn't it have been better to not write it at all?
Well, clearly the author only wanted the prophecy to be heard by those who needed to hear it. And I'm just gonna say, this was clearly also meant to be done before the entire Narcissus Chorus Ordo questline as well. Or maybe at least before the, you know, the Tower of Gestalt part.
Actually, I've heard all kinds of sounds while I was meditating, but they were just the songs of birds and flowers. I don't know anything about the prophecy you spoke of. It seems we must enter that space again to understand what is going on. If we meditate together this time, we should be able to enter it. Paimon's still worried. Wait, Paimon wants to come too! No ways you guys stay here alone!
Okay. The tiniest sounds and a feeling of wrath or perhaps grief wells up in your heart. Your very soul feels drawn to this mysterious sound, and as you follow that sound, the whole world, utterly alien, supremely familiar, races to meet you. Oh, we're actually teleported there this time? What the? This...
What? Where the heck did we end up? This is like some kind of dreamscape. This must be the strange place you were talking about before.
It's much more vivid than before. Yeah, I'll say it looks almost real.
Did the author of the book really create this place? And they had such a big space inside it too. Well, Paimon doesn't know how they did it, but this place looks like a ruin. Also, we meditated with Kanata a lot to get here, but we're the only two people around right now. She didn't fall somewhere, did she? Oh no, things could get bad if she winds up in danger. Let's go find her, hurry!
Once again, the Enconomia... Or, yeah, this particular architecture looks very Enconomian. But as I say, it's the architecture of the civilizations of the past before. Can we come here again? Where is this place? We're not anywhere on the map. Oh, there she is. There's Rivchows, and there's another wolf or something there. Just like, you know, that ancient civilizations architecture.
Kanata over here!
Oh, okay, that wasn't a wolf, it's just a branch.
Can she not hear us?
I'm just ignoring you two, you know? Oh, thank you for the Mora. Okay, I probably can't teleport until Alright, you guys get over here. Don't make me walk all the way back. You know, let's just get this done really quick. Very nice, thank you. Oh, you even dropped stuff for me. I wasn't even expecting that. Okay, oh, can we just enter this? Okay, we can. Maybe I didn't need to defeat them then. Kanatula! Oh, where did she go? Well, what do I do about this? I use mostly pyro characters, you know, I can use Wanderer. Wanderer works. Very well for this. And Albedo too. Well, without having a map that actually shows me what I'm looking at here. Wow. Whoa. This is so cool. There's so many beautiful sub areas in this game that you visit once and you never get to visit again. I feel like this is one of them. Just look at the sky. You feel like this is the closest, maybe, even this dreamscape here, the closest to some people ever getting to see the true sky, or what the true sky was like.
Behold.
There we go. Uh-oh, there's a time trial at the end there. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to press. No, I'm just so into pressing buttons. Send me back! Okay, let's see.
The wind rises.
The wind rises. Okay. Oh, Rift. I was like, besides using Wanderer, how am I supposed to get over here? This is how. This is so Enkanomian, specifically, though. There she is.
Behold.
What's up? I don't know how we're supposed to do this normally.
Too slow.
When there's a Wanderer, there's a way. Okay, maybe not if that's the problem. Oh, she's lower? Oh, she's up here. A book. The book. A real book?
Huh? Where'd Kanata go? She was just here a moment ago. Wait, there's something on the ground. Pick it up and take a look.
It's actually on the table. You can pick up a page from a book. See that? That's the conclusion the world formula arrived at after countless calculations. The scene we foresaw, the destruction after the cataclysm, and this world where not even a sweet flower or a mint can grow. This is the end of all things. Do you believe it at last? Whether you have arrived at this place via the Book of Revealing or the Looking Glass, lend me your strength that we may avoid this future. Just as I said, the only way is... Yes, I get it. Variables.
Is this page the same as the one we found before? How did it end up here? On Paimon. Huh. It's easily readable. Is it because we're in this strange space? Cataclysm? Destruction? Some kind of apocalypse? What? Even if Paimon can read the words, it still doesn't make any sense.
Paimon, you know what the cataclysm is. You know how many times we've found ancient things that are clearly referring to the cataclysm 500 years ago. This appears to be a prophecy.
Huh. So it's as we guessed previously. So does this mean that this is the future the author wants us to see? A world where even sweet flowers and mints won't grow. That's a terrible place no matter how you slice it. But if that really is the future, shouldn't the author tell everyone about it and find a solution? Why make a place like this?
Maybe this is the only way everyone will believe it. Or maybe he had his own considerations.
It also mentioned some kind of looking glass. Seems like there are other ways to get in here. Still, Paimon doesn't think any of this will be much help in answering Kanatula's questions. Forget it. Who cares about some dumb prophecy anyway? The important thing right now is to find Kanatula. Let's keep looking.
Yeah, especially since that prophecy turned out to be wrong. Because the aforementioned variables Renee was talking about, Narcissus Chorus was talking about. Renee and Narcissus Chorus the same person? Can't remember. I think they're connected. Narcissus Chorus is the big monster we fought at the end, right? But it's derived from Renee, so they're kind of the same person, I think. Anyway, yeah, he was right about those aforementioned variables. He didn't, and he was right about the variables can make the prophecy wrong, which is what we did because I did the Nurses and Crows quest like a year and a half after I did the Fontaine quest when everything flooded, which means Renee's prophecy was off by a year and a half. So yes, you can call it a dumb prophecy if you really like to, Paimon. He tried his best. And let's be real, the stuff with the Nurses and Crows Ordo is some serious stuff. Like, this is stuff to be taken seriously in the context of the lore and the universe. But you know, this prophecy was wrong. That's all I have to say on that. Where else do we go then? Oh, Rift? To where? Where is she going? She's not looking for us like we're looking for her. Are we going up into the... Where are we going?
Up there, but how did Kanotala get there?
There's a dog? A dog. It's not Seymour. It's not a Rift Hound. It's just a regular dog. This is like Skirk's burst, but bigger and scarier. I cannot. Oh, she's right there! Like, taking me the long way around. The Rift Hound? Gap infiltrating alien?
Coming to be.
She's in danger!
Watch out!
Oh, I don't think this Rift Hound was really quite prepared for what this team was capable of.
No sign of Kanotala where she's gone. There's only this fellow here. That said, it doesn't seem to want to attack us anymore. That's a first for a Rift Hound, huh? It looks like it wants to say something to us.
Oh? Not that we can understand it anyway.
Oh wait, is Paimon seeing things? What's an ordinary little donkey doing here? Where'd that Rift Hound go? Take a look. Is there something wrong with Paimon's eyes?
Anything can happen in a dream.
Is it trying to tell us to go through that passage over there? Judging from its reaction, Paimon guessed right. Who knows where that's gonna lead, but we weren't able to find Kanotala anyway. So maybe she did leave via that way. And it looks like there's no other route we can take, so let's just try it and see what happens.
Nothing else for us to do. Except, you know, stare into the void. The void. The void. Keep exploring. Come on. Are we going in the void? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I'm emotionally prepared to enter the void.
Huh, we came right back. Or maybe we never even left.
Oh? You had the same reaction as I did, Paimon.
Kanotala, we were looking all over for you. Paimon kept calling out for you, but you never responded. That place was so dangerous, but you just ran all over the place.
Dangerous? The place we entered was so serene and beautiful, like a beautiful garden.
Huh? But all we saw was rubble.
That's odd. I kept looking for you two back in that previous space, but there were big trees and flowers everywhere, so I got lost. Fortunately, I followed the sound of a bird, then found a golden butterfly, which brought me to the top of the garden.
What about the Rift Hound? We saw you in a Rift Hound. Oh, right. That Rift Hound even turned into a dog. Now I feel like Paimon is just talking nonsense.
I saw a little dog too. On top of the garden, there was a cute little dog that nodded at me and helped open the way out for me. I see. So we appeared to be in the same space, but we were climbing through a ruined civilization in a void, and you were climbing through a pretty forest and hiking up a little hill, and you found a little dog, and the dog kind of overlapped things for us. So it seems then that this book, the reason that instead of just writing down the prophecy, they had to make this magic book is to show the prophecy in different ways to different people, I'm guessing. I thought you both had gone somewhere else to play, and then I didn't need to worry, so I just came back here. And you? What did you discover? I found another page.
Right, we found this inside, though we don't know if it'll be useful. It also looks like a page from this book.
You open the page you found and show it to Kanotala. The butterfly. It's the golden butterfly.
Huh? What are you talking about? I can see golden butterflies flying out from the page, just like the one I saw in the space before.
What?
Never mind solving anything. We've got even more problems on our hands now. Seems like you really did see something completely different in that space.
Yeah, it seems like we're in the same physical space, but it's like aesthetically different.
If that space is the future predicted by the author, then why did you see a garden? Just thinking about that makes Paimon's head hurt. But I was very happy inside. I didn't even think about all those questions. Maybe that's what the book was trying to tell me all along. Even if we perceive differently, if we can communicate our feelings to one another, maybe the essence of things doesn't matter all that much after all. Paimon would say we had a great time in there, but if you figure things out for yourself, good for you. Still, that place is pretty sketchy, and we don't have any clue as to what's up with that prophecy either. Speaking of the prophecy, this book makes it sound really... Oh, this is Canotula. Speaking of the prophecy, this book makes it sound really scary, sure. But what if the things I saw were the real future? After all, such things aren't set in stone, are they? And since the book mentions other ways to enter that space, we may be able to figure out this book and its prophecy if we find them. And then we can meet there again in that space. It might be better if we just meet in reality. Also, Canotula, don't go running around in that space anymore.
Yay! Read decipher page. Oh, we can decipher so many pages. We have so many pages. We can do this one. To enter into Petrichor, transcend. Great, you know. That's great. We should just submit them all. Okay, page 11. That was page 6. Page 11. Send Lyris and Jacob to Matrimony of Chemistry, Bonding of the Elements. Great. This is great. Enigmatic page 5. Alain made a huge breakthrough. Okay, I'm gonna assume we can come back and read this. Carter, I remember, is he he was the assistant, he was Alain's assistant who got sick. And he wasn't that smart, but he was so appreciative of being in a lab with smart people. Cutting out the organs where his vocal cords probably are, but they grow back in 1 to 3 days. Right. There was also an assistant of either Renee or Jacobs. I think it was Renee who died, so, you know, doesn't really bode well for that guy, does it? Okay, 8. Should we call the key instead of a sword? I see. Okay, the pages probably get, like, you know, smaller, or the less dense as time goes on. The new universe and the pure sea of tranquility. Fantastic.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, unnecessary. Oh, and I bet there's another page here we can enter, right? Oh, page 12. We got page 13 today, but I can't remember where. I've already forgotten. Page 8 we got from the store. Page 13 we probably got from this quest. We can... Wait, can we not go back to the pages I've entered? I'm sure we can. If not, I will just wiki them. I was gonna say, is there nothing written on page 12? Right organ consciousness has been transplanted. He does not wish to oppose the Gaeltan siblings. Renee would definitely think so. This is not Renee? This is creepy stuff. Yeah. Stuff regarding the Nexus and Course portal can get pretty creepy sometimes. Okay! I'm just gonna get out of, you know... Oh, so I guess we could, if we read the book, we can go back to that space, right? Nope. Let's not do that right now. I guess so. I guess we can return to that space. So, forget what I was saying about, you know, places you can go only one time and never again. I mean, it looks like Okay, it looks like we have a few more world quests related to the Melusine still gotta do, but I'm pretty tired. My voice is pretty tired. So I will leave
There's no need
those
to
for
exchange
the next
pleasantries.
episode.
It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
Yeah, what he said about forcing a conversation. Except instead of forcing a conversation, it's forcing my voice to talk for longer. I'm gonna get some sleep. I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. So, yeah. See you all tomorrow, I guess. Bye, everyone.